Good morning to you. Denise Renee here with today's hashtag Motivational Monday video. And my thought for today is this: you cannot change what you do not track. So if we want to change or make any kind of improvement in our lives, in any area of our lives, it is so important that we track our progress, because without being able to track our progress and see what we're doing, we won't be able to see what's working, what's not working, and be able to identify what we need to change in order to see an improvement. So this can apply to, let's say, our finances, personal budget. Well, if we want to start saving more or start investing more or whatever it is that we'd like to do, well, first we have to start with, well, what's going on with our money? We need to track what we're spending and all that kind of good stuff, create a budget, et cetera, et cetera. Same thing goes for in our career. If we want to make a change in our career, well, we have to track and see what's going on. What are we doing that's working well? What are we doing that's not working well? And where can we make changes? It definitely applies to health. So I want to share just a little bit of an example. Last week in my Motivational Monday video, I shared how the previous week I ended up in the hospital with my high blood pressure. And so since then, what I have been doing is tracking my, not just my calorie intake, but really tracking the quality of the foods that I'm eating and tracking the nutrients, the micronutrients that I'm taking in, because I have to look and see and make sure that I'm staying below a certain amount of sodium intake. And I'm also tracking how many grams of sugar I'm intaking. A lot of people don't know that not only does salt affect blood pressure, but sugar can affect blood pressure. It's amazing when you start really researching blood pressure in particular, how much information you really find. Like, do you know how much potassium we need to have a day? And potassium in your blood actually balances out sodium levels. Yes, I've been trying to increase my potassium levels as well. So it's impossible for me to make any changes if I'm not tracking what's going on. Of course, I have to take my blood pressure several times a day, and I'm tracking that and seeing where the trends are going up, what's going down, and I compare it to the other things that I'm tracking. I'm tracking, well, did I eat too much salt or too much sugar today? Did I get enough sleep today? Yeah, that's another thing I track, and see how these different things are affecting my blood pressure level and helping it to reduce and come down. So that's one thing. I know lots of other people who are looking to lose weight. They track their calorie intake to make sure they are within certain guidelines and that they're seeing the results. And I will say that I have been able to really see some effects and see some changes. I've dropped a few pounds as I'm, looking at what I'm eating and how I'm eating. So, that's great. So it keeps me encouraged to stay on the right track. I track in my business. What are some things that I track in my business? I track where my clients come from. In case you don't know, I own the Durango agency. I think, there we go. Yeah, it's on the t-shirt. The Durango agency. And what I do is I work with executives and entrepreneurs, and I help them to write brand building books and blogs so that they can increase their platform and get more opportunities in their career or their business. And I do that as a ghostwriter, as an editor, as a writing coach, and a content strategist as well. So I track where I get my clients from, and the biggest sources of clients for me, my number one source of clients is networking. My number two source of clients is referrals. And then my number three source of clients is actually social media. So it helps me to know where my clients are coming from. It helps me to be more focused on my efforts. Then I get more strategic about my networking efforts. I get more strategic about maintaining my relationships with other business owners and people who could possibly send me referrals, and also staying in touch with my existing and past clients. And it also helps me to figure out, well, which social media platforms should I focus on? For me, the two best performing platforms are not Instagram, Facebook and LinkedIn. I have gotten clients off of those. I haven't gotten clients off of Instagram or Twitter. There's the possibility, but it tells me that at least, you know what, if I don't have a whole lot of time or if I don't have a whole lot of budget to spend on marketing, then I'm going to focus on the areas that I know have brought me results in the past. And that's the way tracking really works. So my encouragement today is that whatever area you want to improve, whether it's in your personal life or it's in your career or it's in your business, make sure that you're taking the time and the effort to track. Let me tell you something. It is a pain in the neck to track. Going back to my health example, it is a pain in the neck to track my food and the nutrition. It literally takes like an hour out of my day to sit down and calculate everything and put it into, I'm using MyFitnessPal, but it just takes time to put all that stuff in. However, it's worth the time and investment. It is worth the investment of time because I'm already starting to see the return and see the results. So whatever it is that you want to change in your life, in your career, in your relationships, track it, write it down, keep a record, keep a log. So many people try to keep all the information in their heads, and it doesn't work that way. Write it down, track it, and it'll help you to identify patterns, and you can see where you can make an improvement and, how to make your life better, how to make your career better, how to make your health better, whatever it is. Go ahead and track it. So I hope that this message was very encouraging for you today. If there is someone that you feel really needs to hear it, please go ahead and tag them or share it. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a smiley face, give it some hearts, all those wonderful little emojis that social media gives us. And also, if you have a comment, what are you tracking in your life? I would love to know. Drop me a comment and I most certainly will respond. And if you like this video and want to get some more Motivational Monday videos from me, feel free to follow me on my different social platforms. You can use @Meet Denise Renee to find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And on LinkedIn, you can go to linkedin.com/in/Meet Denise Renee. So I'm Meet Denise Renee everywhere. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome one.